Hello and welcome back to the Raw series of game development using GameMaker. Funny, I get a little tongue-tied saying that sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to try and make this one really quick based on the last one when I said about it keeps using the boost when it's like at 0 or 0 and 1. What we can do is set a true-false statement. When it gets to 0, we set it to boost is expired basically. So we set it to false. So while the boost is false, you can't boost. So basically by doing that, that means that, yeah, you can't use the booster. And a simple way to do it, probably not the right way in a sense or best practice, but we pretty much can set a true-false statement. So I'm just picking up from where I left off. As you can see, I was halfway through doing stuff and I didn't quite do it right. But basically what I want to write is, if we go, we'll keep our max, we'll keep our timer, we'll get our max, etc. And then in the step event, what we're going to do, sorry, in the create event, we're going to say boost move speed timer enabled, I guess. Or you could say boost move speed enabled. Right, what we're going to say is true, always from the start. So when we create this object, it's true. And then we say and, well, enabled. I don't believe we need a true or false there. Then we can say this, like, do this. And then while we're doing this, bracket. So we're going to say bracket. We'll get to you in a section because so if our timer is going to be less than or equal to 0, so while we're holding shift and while it's enabled, we do this, right? And then while we're doing all this, if it becomes less than or equal to 0, then we set this to false. That should stop us doing anything. Then what we want to do is in here, in the else statement, we see our boost move speed is 1, so we're not pressing this anymore because it's been disabled. Not pressing anymore. And then our timer is plus equals 1. If our boost timer is greater than or equal to our boost timer max, right, we want to set it back to true. Alright, so that's a bit of a, if this then that sort of thing. But if we play this now, hopefully, and we'll go to our sprint level. So here's our game. Press E. The next level, press E. Now, we'll do some testing here. If we hold shift, it's going down. Oh, and then stop. It's going. And stop. So as you can see, with the timer, depending on the timer, when it hits 0, we slow down. When it goes back to 50, we speed up. When it goes to 0, we slow down. When it goes to 50, we speed up. That's all because of that triggering, knowing that, hey, we've just hit 0 or below. Stop. Oh, hang on a minute. We're back to 50 or above. Let's go fast again. So it's a bit of a simple one, just to include it inside our logic, and handy. So yeah, so you can see the boost time just goes up, and down. So yeah, I feel like it's a little bit, you can just do shift. Ooh. So yeah, that's pretty much this episode. In the next one, I think I mentioned earlier I was going to do when we hit the door. So I'll just quickly race to it. Got some good health there too. But basically, when you get to the door, we're going to hover over what to do when you hover over the door. And we're saying press E. Oh, and then we fell off the level there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Ta-da!